like the sort of twist
A
on
little-
it, and
little
then
angle.
your arms. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Feeling healthy, feeling up and active.
Up and active and ready.
All right, cool. I'm gonna do a little clap and then we get into it. All right. 3, 2, 1. Cajama Tisoki, boys, welcome to the podcast. Pleasure having you on.
Thank you for having us.
Very good to be here.
Yeah, you've both come from what were you doing last night? You both playing? Were you back to back?
We were up north.
What were you doing? What was the evening?
We was in Manchester. So I had a show in Sheffield beforehand, but yeah, we both went back to back in
Manny on the map.
Manny on the map.
Looked
Come on.
insane. That looked really good from the story.
Crazy, absolutely crazy vibes.
You played out. We talked about Alone before you came on, right?
Yes. So
What was that like playing that out? They're loving it, yeah.
The reaction from that tune has just been absolutely crazy. Like, I can't even begin to explain. It's just been every single show I've played that tune at. It's, all the lights up moments and everything. It's, oh my God. But to be fair, I mean, I've been playing all the tunes from the EP that's coming out.
Yeah.
And because it's just so, varied and stuff, every song seems to get its own like individual reaction, and it's, you get your scrunch faces and stuff, but yeah, the Alone one seems to get everyone just bouncing. And
We'll talk about the EP later on as well as the collab feelings that the two boys been cooked up. But let's do the usual stereotypical music questions to kick it off. Charlotte's here, by the way.
Hello.
Hi, Charlotte.
Hi.
hello.
Hi, Charlotte. Right, how did it all began? Tisoki, we're going to start with you, see if we can resurrect you out of the slumber.
I'm sorry.
No, you're all good. This is great entertainment for me. How did it all begin? When did you know you wanted to step into this scene? Let's go back to the early days.
All right. So,
Story time.
story.
Story time.
Taking it way back. Doctor Who and the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like in bands when I was younger,
Mhm.
like 14, 15. And I always like loved music, obviously. My voice is also
No, I think I actually
Sounds
no,
wicked.
no.
Yeah,
I was about to say, I
it
think you've
does.
got like it's you could almost do an audio book.
Yeah.
Hey, if someone wants to pay me, I'm
There you go.
Please
down.
read me a book.
Once upon a time.
Yeah, that's how you can start your flashback.
Yeah, you go. That's it. That's your opening.
Oh,
So you were band musician.
yeah, bands and that. And then that was like around the time that a lot of the said bands started using like synths and stuff, right? Like Enter Shikari, Bring Horizon, like that kind of stuff. So yeah, but
Hey,
it
you
was-
like Enter Shikari?
yeah.
Serious goats.
So that was like around that time, and I feel like everyone started learning FL Studio around that kind of time. Like all the bands.
Yeah.
FL guy.
Yeah. Not anymore.
Ah,
I'm sorry.
What have you moved to?
Ableton.
of course.
Yeah.
Everyone says Ableton.
It's just easy, bro.
What, you still on FL?
Yes.
Ah,
FL
catch up, bro.
FL is my baby.
Yeah.
it's been that. So yeah, you got into the actual production stuff then.
Yeah, and then kind of just honestly, it was like just a natural progression.
Mhm.
And then I stopped like being in bands because I don't know. I work better when I'm like alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then just kept doing the thing on FL Studio. What was the opener was? Doo doo.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
It's changed. It recently changed. It's now it's like more of a drum, like blood licks.
You're a super fan.
Wow.
You need commission. Commission?
Yeah, hit up Image Line.
Yeah, literally. That's gonna be the new intro now.
But yeah, just natural progression, and then making like really just clapped bootlegs.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
That's always the way, but it's always the remixes, the bootlegs, especially when it comes to producer artists, I think. And now here we are. What about for yourself?
So for me, it all started on basically a night shift at work. I was a 16-year-old apprentice, basically getting paid, nuts and crannies.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was literally just sort of sat there, and one day my friend, like during the day, came round and installed FL Studio, and basically, obviously,
Was it cracked?
I was going to say, have you guys actually paid for FL Studio?
I didn't pay for it.
I have now,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Good. If you want that brand deal, you definitely have.
I promise, I swear. But yeah, so basically, yeah, during the day it was downloaded, and I sort of just went into the night shift that one night because I was on my own. Like there was no one else, literally no one else in the building.
Yeah,
it was all locked up. So I was like, well, I've got 7 hours spare of doing absolutely nothing. So yeah, I just started playing around, making noise. Essentially, that's how it always begins, isn't it? Really. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, it started off as a joke, but quickly, I mean, it turned into something that people actually liked, and I was like, oh. I had like a joke name to begin with.
What was your artist?
What was it?
Go
on.
FVCKME.
How do you say that?
Yeah, is that an
Mud.
Fuck me. But yeah, so that it literally did start off exactly like a joke. But yeah, it turns out a couple of people actually started rating my stuff. So
I mean, there's nothing better than the natural progression, right? And if you're searching for it, I mean, there's a difference between pursuing a passion and being like completely regimented on this is exactly what I'm going to do at every point in the day. If you search for it, it's hard.
I also think like, didn't you start in like, because we got to know each other through like the futury house scene somehow. Like,
so
what did you originally start on?
Basically, the start of the end of 2015 is when all of that stuff happened, and at that point I was like very much into like Charmy, Oliver Heldens, all that kind of stuff. You know, even the old school, you know, Kirby and all that stuff. And I was just like, I need to find out how to make this style of music. I mean, it started off just like electro house, and it very, very quickly changed to making more housey bits. And yeah, eventually Future House, that's when I started. I mean, there was a group on Facebook called The Future of House.
Oh, classic group. That founded sort of.
I feel like you were in every single.
I've been about
2010 Facebook EDM.
Here, there, and everywhere.
I feel like and I was on a run this morning, and I was listening to just some of you guys' tunes, and I was listening to your EP that you did was Everybody Dies, I think it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then what came on was You Gave Me Love with Joe Garrett.
Yeah.
And I used to be like really, really good friends with Joe and like work on tracks with him. And I remember hearing that vocal originally, and it was so weird because I remembered that you then put that track out. But did you also start in a different genre and like scene and then shift, or was it kind of pretty straightforward for you?
I don't know, mate. To be honest, right, a lot of people would say I'm like a dubstep artist, but I don't think I've ever had like
put some drum and bass out.
Yeah, and like I never in like garage and shit. I don't know. I don't feel like I've ever really had like a home particularly. I definitely from like 2015 for a few years definitely resonated with like the dubstep crew.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of just like a bit of everything really. But that keeps it interesting for me at least. Yeah.
We spoke about before recording like these, and we've mentioned this when we spoke to Chime. These crazy big niches, which it's been my favorite thing to talk about recently. Of like things that if you weren't anywhere near it, wouldn't know they exist. But then you have these like the bass scene, like the dubstep scene, that when you're in that pocket. I mean, you were talking earlier about fans in Perth. That's like. How?
I have honestly,
these
I've got no
like
idea.
followings, and obviously it's because the music resonates somewhere. But you get these pocket communities that are so passionate, and it all comes from.
Can't quite put a label on it.
No, exactly.
Can't put a label on it. But Chime did it very well. So he does like the sort of bright, melodic-y, dubstepy stuff.
Yeah.
And then he literally just thought, I'm just going to call this color bass, and now that is a niche.
I
like
have now started
niche.
seeing that about.
But yeah, and he was one of these pioneers of this of calling these genres that. But I think in all electronic music, and especially in this like this wave at the moment in the UK scene where you guys like really sit, and it's like there's so much cross pollination of what the sound actually is. But I mean, it's really interesting.
Yeah, but I mean with bass specifically, I mean it just started off as, you know, like niche UK, well, just bass line.
Yeah.
But now it's sort of pioneered its own name. I mean, all the artists and stuff are now just calling it UK bass, me included. Like, it's not exactly bass line anymore. You know, the old school wobbles and stuff. But it's now, you know, it's started to evolve, and I mean, it's going worldwide. So
it's mad.
We must be doing something right.
Absolutely mad over here.
Yeah.
What's it like
crazy.
in the States?
Like UK bass?
Yeah.
Pretty much non-existent. But there's like AC Slater night bass crew doing really cool stuff.
Yeah.
But like,
I see that as a pocket of opportunity.
yeah,
There's
Slot myself.
space.
jumping nut pole. But yeah, no, it's cool. But like me and Chirag, my manager, were talking earlier. Nothing compares to the
Right.
UK. Like we were talking about last night, right? And there's a lot of promoters in America who just want to be the UK.
Oh really?
archetypes. It's like remember when all the American like girls wanted to be Effie from Skins? You remember that,
Oh, I
right?
love Effie.
And it's like it's not.
She's the goat, man.
But yeah, it's not like
Creme de la creme.
teenage memories and that. But yeah, it's just a vibe, and it's like people in the UK like last night were there for the music.
Yeah.
In America, it's very much like it's more grandioso and like more for like. I'm not dogging America.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, my missus is American. I don't want to get slapped, but like, it's more. I feel like it's just so much raw, authentic energy over here, and
You hear it in the sound, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Like I've wrote down here in my notes, like when we go to talk about feelings later, like very like it's almost. I think it's in this bass and in general. It's like a crunchy. It
Yeah.
sounds like
Yeah.
it sounds like a tower block in like school,
Yeah.
or like you know where you see like the parkour or Donny.
That's one way of
around.
explaining it.
Sounds like
Do you know what I
parkour.
mean? It sounds so like a gravelly like alleyway. Like
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
it is like
Quite literally
raw.
raw.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, very very raw. I love
Yeah.
it, man.
almost bad,
Yeah.
but in a good,
No,
in
I
a
know
good
what you
way.
mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That should be like your new Instagram bio, like
Almost bad.
music.
That's quite cool. Nice little
I'm gonna
tag.
change
You're
that.
right, yeah. All right. We mentioned a little bit about playing live, but I mean that's where you both come to life. That's the outside of the incredible production. Like there's live scenes are just insane. Have you got any? First of all, incredible memories. Some of the moments that you cherish, and then those ones when it hasn't quite gone to plan. I don't know who to go first, but that looks like a direction.
No. Let Callum go.
All right, Callum.
Because I gotta think about it. My brain's a bit slower.
I mean, my most memorable moment was it has to be XO Wire in London.
The Groat Club, right? It's just down the road from me.
Oh my god! Like, I still get flashbacks of that show every now and then. It was the best, just outright the best night of my life.
Wow.
Like, absolutely incredible. I mean, from the second, the energy was sort of high in the room already because all the other boys absolutely smashed it. But it was one, it was because obviously it's such an iconic venue, like in the entire of the UK and stuff. And I had a main room slot with like a main time, and I'm not gonna lie, I was so nervous. Like, this is such a huge opportunity. Like, I don't want
When
to mess
was
this
this?
up. This was in December last year. I
Oh,
think.
okay. So
So it was quite
yeah,
recent.
recent.
But yeah, literally, I have like, this nice little intro to begin with, and just seeing everyone's face like turn around and go, oh my god, like, let's go. And then from that moment to the very end, mate, it was just constantly everyone just going balls to the wall, absolutely insane. Had all of like my best friends around me and everything. It was such a good night to remember.
I like that venue as well because the size of it is like perfect. It's
Yeah.
like there's enough that I imagine for you. There's enough that you can't quite see the back.
Yeah.
But it's small enough that you're like there's.
But then you've got that elevated platform on the
on the
ramp.
side. Yeah, that bit's class.
So it was literally like everyone was here. I was like,
Oh, that's so cool.
the energy in that room was
Sick.
just
Let's carry on with the highlights and then we'll loop back.
yeah.
So good moments for you.
You know, I would say maybe like one of the first times I played in Los Angeles. It was at this venue called Belasco. I don't know if they're still. I think they're still open, but there's like a different promoter in there because it used to be like Insomniac, right?
Okay, nice.
Insomniac, like one of the biggest promoters, and they ran shows in there as like
Never.
a bass rock show. Yeah, right down. Get your man on it. But yeah, it was like one of the first times I went to LA, and it was just great. It was like a dubstep show, but it was like, I don't know, a lot of the people I'd like been speaking to online were there. So it's just very like
The people are half of it.
yeah.
That's like you said. you
Well,
had your
almost,
friends
to
there.
be fair, almost all of it for me. Like
Yeah.
without them, you know, what are you like? Without people who listen to music, come to shows, like what are you at the end of the day?
It's great fun, like just being around. I mean, that's why I enjoyed last night so much. My best friend from pretty much childhood. It came down and stuff, and we all had a great time. Like he doesn't really go out much, but like he was a bit apprehensive. He was like, I don't know if I can stay out that late, kind of that stuff. But
Was
then
that the guy in the front that was like,
yeah, but then there's like a video of him standing next to me, just like when we played Magnetic Man,
Yeah.
and he just lost his mind. And I looked at him, I was like, if you weren't here, or any of my friends or whatever, it would still be a great time. But it just, like you're saying, it just elevates it to like, this is like almost back to the UK thing we were talking about, right? It's like, this is like our culture. This is like the
reason why we
feeling
do
of
it.
it. Yeah,
the
yeah,
reason
yeah,
why
yeah,
we
yeah.
do it, man.
And when you've carried it to like somewhere to the States,
Yeah.
and then there's people that even if they aren't from the UK, if it's people that you've chatted to, worked with, produced with, like vocalists, whatever it might be, and then you see them, you're like, there's that added element of not only is this show sick, as you say, but there's a good handful of people here that I am so happy that they're seeing this moment and experiencing it with them. The low points. What has there ever been a bad mix that we won't want to mention? Have you two ever been back to back and you've accidentally scrapped on stage? What's been going down?
I reckon he could. This last night was the first back to back, but I reckon he could have me.
Oh yeah, who do you reckon?
Cal could have me.
I mean, loading the tune on the Rondeck was fun.
One of the first things I did was.
What was this?
So basically we played the intro, which was our tune, and basically I was handing over, and then all of a sudden the music stopped because someone loaded the tune on the wrong deck.
Hey, it was a vibe. It was like an energy thing, you know. Really lifted the crowd.
It was an
up.
opportunity to get on the mic and go,
Yeah,
everyone here.
It was like,
this is our new track. I wanted to pause it.
Yeah, yeah.
I just wanted to show you this is our new track.
100%
Just ignore that there's another tune playing now, but yeah, that was on
He's like a year 6 DJ'd it. He's hand out some sweets.
Oh, that was
let's go.
that was funny. But I mean, no, it was blessed. Like the rest of the night was just too good to make up for it. But I'd say for me was after all the lockdown and restrictions ended, literally the night of the restrictions ending, I played a set, and my USB just emergency looped on almost every single song. Every single song.
How'd you get around something like that?
Cry. Just cry. Just plug it out, plug it back in again, and just sob. But I mean, to be fair, there was only like 10 people in the venue.
When the crowd recognises that there's a fault that you can't do anything about, it's all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We've got a time where the mixers cut out and just started blasting white noise out to the crowd and everything. That was fun, but yeah. To be fair, I've touched wood. Not had that many bad moments.
You said you finished your set last night with it Sweet Caroline?
Sweet Caroline.
How do you end up at that? Is that just right?
Did you mix into that?
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh.
Elliot on the microphone.
Yeah, so basically, last night it was my best mate is Darksy. He put on an event called Groinham in Manchester. That's the show that we played last night.
Okay.
And bless his heart, he got so emotional at the end. He was just thanking everyone. And I saw this as like the perfect opportunity. Like whilst there's nothing playing, he's having a speech. I was like, Sweet Caroline.
Was
it a slow fade as well? As he's like, just as his speech is getting to the tearing part.
Yeah, basically. He did start to almost tear up, which is the point where I flicked the mic off and I was like, no, okay, let's just have it. But yeah, that was fun. It was only like a little basement, but we still found a way to stand up and on the tables, and
that was bad.
Everyone was singing along. It was.
Oh, that's brilliant.
But yeah, it was a perfect close to the night, to be honest.
Amazing. Dan, we're about 20 minutes in. Do you want to play some tracks?
I'm gonna play some tracks. We do a snippet where we play some music.
Yeah, we actually release music as a label.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
This
Mad.
isn't actually our job.
No. Well, technically it's
Well,
mine.
it is. Yeah.
We're pretty good at
I'm
it.
finessing a living.
Yeah.
Honest to God.
So yeah, I'll just play you some tracks that we've got coming up. Just might be out of interest. Be good to get your perspective on them.
Please do.
Not too much feedback though, because they are coming out.
Yeah.
These are final, by the way.
Yeah. So we've got a tune called Spark by Raptures
Ooh.
that I think is coming out 2 weeks after your tune is, something like that.
Okay.
Jesus.
Oh, it's loud, isn't it?
Right.
Oh, wait, you up.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my earplugs in.
Fast forward a little bit. What's What's the genre? What's the genre, do you reckon?
Oh,
D&B, right?
sounds like drum bass.
Yo, pull it. That's actually hard.
We've got I like the idea of snipping up when we play these tracks out, and that is just a perfect moment. Raptors is gonna love that. That is an evil
It's
drop.
hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Can we get a rewind?
Yeah, I'll quick
Run it back.
rewind.
The problem is,
Can I
though,
get a download, please?
Give me the WAV.
we have insane fans always snip these little bits
Oh, yeah.
up, hence why I have to speak.
But
And they'll get 2 drops in if we rewind.
Yeah, and they'll even cut out our voices.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
them have
Oh,
it on
no
YouTube.
way.
You'll
Yeah.
isolate it.
Don't do that.
So
Yeah.
basically, we just need to go.
Mad.
That is.
Oh my lord!
This dude doesn't even make drum and bass.
Yeah, I
Well,
suppose.
I was gonna say, what does
His stuff's more like it's syncopated, like
You love that word, syncopated. I've
It's-
never heard one man say the word syncopated.
It's a
Honestly,
great
I was gonna
word.
say that's
Doesn't
the
it?
first time.
How
I've
much
heard
does
that
Dan say
word.
syncopated?
I'll play another tune of his. Like this is
Quite a syncopated.
more like his normal stuff.
Okay, yeah.
No way. I would
So-
not have expected that.
Yeah,
I would not
actually-
have-
pretty fire.
I spoke to Raptures like a few days ago on the Discord. He hopped on and I was just talking to him and he was saying, he was like, the track they've got coming out, just
It's just
nothing
not-
that
yeah,
he would do.
It's
that he
sick,
usually
though.
do. But I mean, he smashed it.
I want to play that.
I'll send it you. And then
Yes.
we've got another track by Starseed and Cafe Disco.
There's going to be some melody in this
Innocent.
one for sure. Starseed.
Yeah.
Syncopated. Nice.
That kick drum is.
Fire.
Yeah. I love
Even
that
though
bass melody as
It's
well.
mega distorted for us, but you can tell the quality.
As if we're in the club. What else have we got?
Another one I've got is Papa Khan.
Oh, you guys like Papa Khan,
Papa
surely.
Khan.
Yeah.
love
Papa
him.
Khan.
Yeah. So
He's
this-
everyone's Papa, man. Everyone loves
Yeah.
him.
Everyone's father.
He's
If you say it quick enough, it's just popcorn.
yeah.
there you go.
The drop on this is nuts.
Snare. Snare. Yeah, proper.
200 hertz. Just
He's the goat. I'm a massive. Dan likes the word syncopated. I know nothing, so I just tried to ask any producer that we have on about what it actually is that's going on in the tune. And I always say that I'm a fan of. It's going to sound offensive, but the silence. I love the I love
the quick cut.
that. Oh, it's just great, man. It's so
Yeah.
good.
he is the king of that as well.
Yeah.
Like
seriously.
everything he does is
Yeah.
just so perfect.
You just got to have a little bit of a breath. every
Yeah.
now and then through a tune.
Cham said it gives more of the impact when you.
Yeah, definitely.
listen.
And then we've got this other tune. I'm not mega fan of this one, but you.
All right, turn off. This one's crap.
So yeah, we've already previewed a little snippet of this already, but so when this podcast drops,
Tomorrow.
yeah, the track
Yeah?
will be out
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bad. Lovely stuff. Not long to wait then.
Not long at all. It is evil.
The mix sounds great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did it.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Oh man, yeah, that tune's a banger. Yeah, you can go. It'll probably be out on. What we say tomorrow? Yeah,
Yeah.
tomorrow. Go and have a listen.
Hmm.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about feelings.
Deep.
You got Let's talk about feelings.
Jeez,
You need
therapist,
to,
man.
you need to use your gravelly voice for this one.
Are you okay?
Talk about the track. How did it come about? You guys have known each other for ages. You did, what was it? Was it the Tommy Gun remix you did? Right way?
Yes.
Yeah. I've been doing my research. Right?
That was
Right.
mad.
Yeah.
Good job.
Long time. Yeah. You've played together, and then it comes to feelings. How did the track come about? What sparked it?
So like basically, I was just sort of one day because my biggest sort of complaint yet. What people like about me and stuff is that my stuff sounds similar, and I sort of got a little bit fed up with people going, your stuff sounds too similar. So one day in the studio, I was just sort of like making something deep, dark, and gritty, because usually I have like big melodies and all this, loud stuff, but Yeah, I just basically made this little snippet, put it on my story, like, oh, look what I've made today, kind of thing. And this guy, bless him, was like, yes, let's jump on, like something like that. I was like, yeah, let me make something else up because I really like this idea. And then I was just thinking, nah, just have this one. Like,
Good.
I think it was the right decision.
but to be fair, mate, like the version that Brad sent back was just blew my absolute mind, man. And
yeah, where did you take it once you got it over?
it was basically just sort of like drums and that bass, wasn't it?
Your drums did, pardon my French, piss me off. I just had that fix.
Very sorry.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm also like, I also love doing that. It's like, I really only follow people like on Instagram who I like work with or like real friends with. So when someone posts a clip, I'm sometimes like, oh, let me jump on that.
Yeah.
And that's what
I might
happened
do
with
that
us.
now because you followed me the other day. I might post something on my.
Do it.
New song.
We'll get Joe Garrett on it.
Oh yeah,
That'd be
wicked.
sick. But yeah, I don't know. I love the initial idea, and obviously like Callum had done a remix for me, and I still listen to his like guest mix on Gentleman's Club by Wheels of Steel, like when you were a little guest on that.
That was the
It was at
first.
Pirate Studios, right?
It was at Pirate Studios.
Yeah.
That was the first time you heard of me. I think.
Yeah, it was the first time I heard you, and that set is mad, and I still listen to it. So, but yeah, I don't know. I took the like rough demo that you had and just kind of
Rough.
emphasis on rough, with all due respect. But nah, I'm kidding. It's all love. Yeah, it was fun.
When it comes to, I mean, I think you spoke about you're heavy when it goes to the melodies, and I think this is a really good blend of what we spoke about, that the grittiness. But there's the followability with that melody coming through.
Yeah,
Was that who had the melody? Who threw that in?
I found a splice sample.
I was gonna say, was
Yeah.
it a Splice?
Splice.
Splice always getting airtime on this podcast, man. Come on.
Yeah.
No, that works really well. Do you when it comes to working with another artist, I think, like you say, when you're actually friends and you know that these people can produce quality, it's probably a bit different. But do you find that you have to figure out the dynamic? Did it happen with this track? Was there points where you're like, this isn't working, we need to get on a call, we need to figure this out?
This was like the easiest collaboration I think I've ever done.
Thank you so much.
I was like, I fucking hate these drums.
Yes.
And you were like, I was easy. I loved it.
All I had to do was post a 15-second video.
Yeah,
It's great.
so they're all sorted. But no, yeah, it was
It was easy.
it went really well.
That's awesome.
I'm I most of my like day job is like producing with and for other people as well.
Okay,
So
nice.
it's like I'm quite used to like keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
If someone has like a direction question or whatever, I'm like, yeah. But no, this was the thing that I think made this so easy was the fact that where you were taking the record originally, I could hear that was the same direction that I would be taking it as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then like it's kind of like I feel like I just did this shit that you would have done anyway, kind of thing.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
you would have gone on the splice and got the vocal sample, and you would have like made the DJ edit with like a DJ Snake vocal and like things like that. Like
Yeah, you both happen to see the same vision.
Yeah,
for the track,
exactly.
which
Yeah,
is how it
exactly.
works.
yeah.
And that's definitely what made it like really
So
simple.
Run it back, Dan.
I
Run
was
it
gonna
back.
say I love the
We love that tune them.
I love this sort of like second drop like
Oh,
filter.
Gary
you've got
B.
here.
Oh yeah.
That's evil, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that laser's big, you know.
Fire.
Oh, it's so good.
Sick.
Yeah, and
Hard.
you're saying that this going out live is just that's the one, right?
Oh
That
yeah,
you're
I
obsessed with.
love playing this tune. Yeah, this one's the scrunch facey one.
That's so good.
Scrunch.
So yeah, not everyone like going jumping.
Oh, do us a scrunch face. Yeah.
What's for anyone listening on Spotify and not watching the video?
Yeah, just basically big frown. That's
Big
that's
frown,
all
big
it is.
frown. And then it tied into an EP as well for yourself.
It did.
Talk a little bit about that without isolating yourself over there now.
I'm just listening. I'm a fan of Callum, so it's nice to hear him talk about
Oh,
it.
we love it. We love it.
But yeah, it was mainly a product of like lockdown and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean the fact that the EP is called Alone, like it's a product of being basically sort of alone, like sort of just stuck in four walls, not being able to go anywhere. I was working at the time, and we all just basically got told to work from home, so I literally never left the house. and yeah, emotions were high. And from the extended edit, the little saw wave, that started building up from literally just pure emotion, and it keeps going. And then the longer lockdown went on for, the more frustrating it got.
Yeah.
And that story was sort of like told with the build, with it all sort of getting more intense, and I just want to get out, basically. That was sort of the main principle behind Alone itself. With You Did Me Wrong as well, I was watching a lot of sort of throwback Ultra Music Festival sets and stuff, because I unlike a lot of the other UK based bassline guys, they came up around grime, garage, and all that kind of stuff, like even niche bassline back in 2010, back when I was a little ute. I was just basically watching Ultra Music Festival live streams and stuff, and I'm an EDM boy, like, at the end of the day, so I wanted to sort of go back to my roots a little bit, and then Retrophonic as well. That was just pure experimental. Like, I just wanted to.
I was going to say that you've got like 3 tracks on there that are like emotions and Retrophonic, which is like retro.
Yeah.
That was a banger.
Yeah, I just wanted to sort of like, I don't know, I wanted to impress myself, but like also prove to others that I can do more than just, I can do whatever, basically.
It's your voice as well, right? In Retrophonic. Jesus Christ.
We're capsizing
in Retrophonic, right?
It is, yeah. So the original was like a placeholder vocal.
Yeah.
Really like the vibe that I sort of created around that, and then I just thought I'd record my own voice.
What was the placeholder again? It was
Technologic by Daft
Ah,
Punk.
Daft Punk, yeah.
I was actually listening to, you did a LP or like album with Monster Cat last year.
Yeah.
There was some vocals in it. Did you do vocals in that? Did you do your own vocals as well?
Some of it, yeah.
I thought so. Yeah, I was listening to some of them. Like, was that like, obviously you're now testing the waters with putting your own vocal in it.
Alone's got my own vocal in it as well.
Is that really your
my
vocal?
voice?
Oh, nice.
That's
No
my
way.
voice. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
My question was going to be, like, I've worked with so many artists now where they're like they're trying to work with vocalists and stuff like that, and they really struggle, or they're always using the same splice stuff that's overused. How did you go from just almost using vocalists and working with people to then actually being comfortable to put your own vocals on a track? Was that quite natural for you? Curious both of you, really.
I think for me, I'll continue to work with vocalists and I'll continue to use splice. It was just like for the fun of it, like I think we're all very focused on using computers and getting the best at programs, but we all have this sounds so funny.
We all have a voice.
We all have a voice. Everyone has a synth inside their throat,
You are feeling rough. We all have a voice.
We all have a voice.
We all have a voice.
That's getting used to quote on this.
Oh, don't do that. Hey, Instagram inspirational quote.
Yeah, literally.
I do a thing on the
Clap.
Instagram that's like it's a little one of the little quotations, and then that
Please
sounds
don't. But yeah, I don't know.
No, it's true though.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about you, but when I produce music, I sing like the next.
I don't do that.
What I want to do next.
No.
Oh, really?
So basically, whenever I'm making something, like say I've got a load of chords down or whatever, I'll just start like humming or singing the next thing, and sometimes eventually it does turn into vocals, like just random crap that comes out of my mouth, and I'm like, hey, you know what? We'll shove a bit of auto-tune on that. No one will notice. It'll be all right. But it's sort of what I did with Alone as well, to be fair. Had the whole, big build and stuff. And it needed something.
I didn't realise that was you on Alone.
Yeah, it's got a lot of effects on it, to be fair.
Does it ever make you feel weird when you play out Alone in that club and you hear it and you're like, that's my voice? Does that make you feel weird?
Because it doesn't sound like my voice.
Right.
I feel like it's okay. Like I'll still mime it and stuff on stage, with the hands in the air or whatever. But yeah, when I do tell people, oh yeah, it's my vocal, they're all like, what?
That's my reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's hear it.
I think we might need to put the extended edit like on Spotify or something, because like this one, just I love this one.
This is the lights up moment.
Yes.
Everyone get the lights in the air. Oh.
I'll fast forward a little bit just because, you know. In fact, I'm just.
This is one of my favourite tunes I've ever produced.
So good.
The drums are good on this one.
Yeah, usually that's the last thing I focus on, to be fair, just getting them right. But yeah, I was very, very happy with that song.
It's incredible.
Smashed it.
That's
Honestly,
fine.
I mean the whole EP is brilliant. I think being able to summarize, especially with not being like a, and well, we spoke about the vocals, but not being like a vocalist traditionally, being able through production to summarize emotion, I think is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always speak about Fred again on the podcast, and I went to watch his show a few weeks back,
So good.
and I was like, it's one of the the electronic shows that I've been to. It was a moment where I was like, without saying a word here, there's an emotion being conveyed. And
Yeah.
it's to be able to convey, whether it's been in lockdown or like I'm sure you had it with the album as well, trying to translate things
But
across.
it's also nice to like feel that as well.
Yeah.
Like when you're in the crowd and you're like, I'm actually feeling something.
You all
Yeah.
feel the same thing.
Yeah.
Portrayed
Yeah.
by
That's
the
it.
arts. Yeah.
What was the album like? Oh, it's Numbers, right?
It's my telephone code.
Okay,
For
there you go.
Norfolk.
How
Popped on that straight away, didn't I?
I got it on tattoo.
class. There's so many tats. They're awesome. Man.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
Stupid.
Yes,
Nice.
it makes sense.
Good on Norfolk. Drive my tractor down there a bit.
What was it like working on that? And it came out on Monster Cat, right?
Yeah, big up to
awesome.
the Monster Cat
The
crew.
MCAT crew.
Legends.
Legends. Yeah. That was great, mate. It was rough because it was like I was stuck in America because of the whole visa thing.
Okay.
Which is fixed now. Thank you to my immigration lawyer. But yeah, mate. It was just really nice to collaborate with people I'd already worked with before, and Joe Garrett.
Yeah.
And we just mate. It was really natural. It was the exact music that I wanted to make, and because there was no shows happening or anything, I didn't feel pressure to like make bangers. So it was just like, oh no, I just made like some garage tunes and stuff like that. Yeah, it's fun.
Awesome. Yeah, I think to be able to like encapsulate all those things together in one package is a really sweet thing to be able to do. Oh, hello.
Hey
Who's
Siri.
that?
Hey,
Hello,
Siri.
Siri.
Hey, Siri.
What do you want to listen to?
Oh, straight.
Hello. I think
Let's
Siri,
stop saying that word.
Yeah, we actually,
yeah, we can't do
Hey
that.
Google.
I think she how long have we been going? How long have we been going? About 30 minutes or so? What do you reckon?
37.
37, bang on.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
All right, well we can probably get to your segment, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder what Siri would pick. This is Charlotte's little rounding off bit. Do you want to explain?
So yeah, every episode we do a what NTS track would you listen to in a particular scenario, and the fans seem to love it. So the scenario we're picking today is end a set, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what NCS track would you end your set with?
So
Well, this is funny because we actually have the same one.
Oh, really?
Basically,
Well, we can put you
because,
together then. It can be. This is your back-to-back set. ending. Yeah.
So basically, because of the high energy, the constant bumping and jumping and everything, there's a tune that stuck with me for a very, very long time by Ellis.
Big ups, Alice.
That kid. If we mention
talk
his
about
name,
him every
if we mention-
episode.
he hasn't been home for 4 days, and I'm still talking about him. That kid gets so much airtime. Honest to God. Which Ellis tune?
Migraine.
Big tune.
Has to be.
All right.
That's a
Migraine.
heavy song, man.
Yeah.
I haven't heard
Play
this
it.
song. Oh my God. I haven't heard this song for years.
So
This is like the song that introduced me to you.
Really?
Well, it was around that era, probably.
Oh yeah.
it is a classic. I think it's
Anna
Anna
Yvette on
Yvette,
the vocal.
yeah.
Yeah.
Big ups, Anna Yvette.
Yeah.
She's a great vocalist.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
class.
she really is.
Dun, 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 dun. This
so
song.
good.
It's just so good.
Oh mate.
I need to see it. Els needs to play some live stuff.
Fire.
Yeah, man. He needs to do
Is
that.
that syncopated?
Yeah.
There you go.
For a second, I was like, "Oh my god, he uses that word."
Lovely.
He's playing with me.
Sorry.
He's playing with me.
I don't even know what singing. No.
Well, so this is the point about this word, and I've asked you multiple times. You haven't answered me.
You guys,
What-
they
what
know.
does it-
They know. They're just.
I hate to
lying.
break it.
Do we?
I don't know what
What
singing.
does it? What is it? What is it? Maybe we can just leave it as a thing that we don't
Is
need.
it on Urban Dictionary?
It'll be somewhere.
I'm gonna put it on Urban Dictionary.
Charlotte or Dan, you got a tune?
I think I'm picking something from Magnus's house party.
Okay,
I
very
love
good show.
Magnus. Magnus is going.
Like this, maybe.
Like this, yeah.
I love
tune.
like
Very
this.
good tune.
This is. I'm pretty sure this one's on my car playlist. actually.
Really?
We only get one life like this. We only get one life. We only get one life like this.
Ooh.
So bad.
Hard.
Both tunes would work very well. to end the
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
Remember the scrunch face that was.
Oh, it's on
This is-
again.
Yeah, Scrunchmates.
Yeah.
Daniel, that's really good. Great show. Nice
Ooh.
pause in there. That was well timed.
I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah.
Uh,
The syncopated
it's
DJ Lee.
Lee.
Yeah.
DJ.
Press the
DJ
DJ button
Lee.
on the keyboard back
Lee.
in school.
DJ. That's good.
Was that syncopated as well?
I think it was. Yeah.
No, synchronized.
That's synchronized. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I would probably end a set with some drum and bass because I'd probably play drum and bass the entire set.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if you've noticed this. I think when Dan picks his song, he gives himself a lot of context before,
Yeah.
and I don't
I
think
think
that's
it's
fair.
cheating.
Because I think then they go, "Oh yeah, I can imagine this drum and bass set."
Cut it then.
And now I'm helping you by speaking longer. What's
And
your
also-
tune?
Cut
Yeah.
it.
It doesn't have to be.
So I'll probably end with this. Ramesses B, Hardwired.
Hard work. Yeah.
Oh, proper acid lad.
Yeah.
Love
The lights just start coming on. The bouncers are just
Yeah.
being dickheads. Like, everyone out,
Everyone's getting
everyone out.
thrown.
Yeah. I
it.
can-
Turn off that rocket.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
There's the context for it.
Oh man. Okay, my song to finish a set would be Thykia Shimmer.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different kind of vibe. That.
Yeah. Well, I've done Station 2 before. It would have been Station 2, but I've already done that one here, so I'm going to go for Shimmer instead. Different vibe. Because I'm thinking like you got that bit of the emotional sort of ending. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you still have this.
It's like Fred again would play
Yeah,
this,
exactly.
right? Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, that is sick.
Fire.
Awesome.
That beginning melody. Yeah,
Yeah,
banging.
that's awesome.
Absolutely banging.
Let us know on the what's that bit called? Community tab. Who had the best? Go and vote over there.
Me.
Before we wrap things up.
Us.
Yeah, us. You
Yeah, careful, mate.
before we wrap things up, we're in now. We're in April of 2022. What's the next year look like for Cajama?
Crazy. Summer is looking to be insane, just purely insane. But yeah, it's just show central. I mean, I'm probably gonna end up like, if I come back on here, at the end of the year, probably like 3 stone lighter. But yeah, it's looking busy, and busy is good.
That's what we like to hear.
Very good.
Thykia, the next year, what's it got to hold for you?
Like you.
Sorry, it's because I just said Shimmer, didn't I? Yeah. Tisoki.
I got this brand new song called
You can
Shimmer.
take it,
Check
yeah.
I'll take that song. That's a fucking banger.
Tisoki, what's the next few year look like for you?
Well, I got a song next week coming out called Shimmer. Sorry.
He's down bad and he's still punching.
Yeah, mate. I know, mate. Man's on the road.
Brilliant. That's honestly all.
That's it. That's
That's
it.
all
Man's
we
on the road.
Oh man, guys, thank you for tuning in. This has definitely been the most wild podcast
That
we've had
was
so
funny.
far. This is
I'm
great.
so sorry.
No,
I was gonna say I'd
it's
take
been
that as a
brilliant.
compliment,
No,
bro.
that's great, man. It's all over the shop. You came on here half asleep, and now you're cracking.
It's that,
jokes.
it's
That's
that
how we
blueberry
do it.
muffin,
Come on.
mate.
Yeah,
Blueberry muffin.
yeah, it's the blueberry muffin. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, listening, watching, however you may have been. Boys, pleasure. Thank you for
thanks for coming
popping
on.
on. It's been
Oh,
great. Man.
Thank you for having us. man.
Appreciate it,
Gracias, mi amigos.
and we'll see you next time on Full Circle. Bye. No one else.
You're gonna
saying
say
bye?
something, Sean?
No, she always make fun of me.
What were you gonna say? No, go on.
No, no.
Are we keeping this in? You want to keep this in?
Yeah, that's how it's ended.
Say something.
That's how it's ended.